If you have any questions, I would like to answer them.
If you wanted to use that, it's available for you.
Well, thank you. What am I using? Is it not? This is not, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. But this is additional, is it? Thank you.
Just use the roving mic if you would.
It's all right. Just we should be. Can I have answers, questions from you, and then I'll answer. Yes, please.
You said you could cure when you got self-realisation. What sort of cure? Because mine was deaf. Could she be brought back?
You said you could cure with after self-realization. His problem is that somebody has died.
My mum was deaf.
His mother is dead. He wants to know if you can.
Why?
Oh, deaf.
Deaf.
I beg your pardon. Deaf. My apologies. Can you fix that hearing problem?
You see, this question is such that it makes you feel that I am a person here to cure everyone. You are sadly mistaken. It's a byproduct of awakening of the Kundalini, you get cured. I am sorry for that you have misunderstanding that I am here to cure all the people. I should settle down in a hospital. The main thing is Kundalini has to be awakened to get you cured. Alright? If your mother was here, we could work it out. But the main thing you must understand that God has a lot of common sense, as we have. And He is only interested in such lives as we are, which will work out His work. Those who are, say, very sick people, extremely sick, can get cured in a second. You will be amazed, I tell you. Our President of India, he went to America for his treatment and it failed. And he was going back to India and I went to see him as Mrs. So-and-so. But the High Commissioner told him that I'm so-and-so and he had heard my name in India. His wife said, why don't you cure my husband? And he was just on his last. They had prepared everything for his last rites in India. I just put my hand on his back for 10 minutes. You won't believe. He had not slept for days together with pain. He said, my pain is to leave, go to sleep. And he got up, he was perfectly alright. He walked down, people had brought stretchers and things, he just walked down, they couldn't believe that. But this has happened because he is going to be used for the work of God. In our house, if you have lights, which are never going to give light, we don't bother about them. We sell them in the jar. In the same way, the divine doesn't cure people. All of them. It does. Many. Thousands. But some of the people who are very sick, it says, all right, you go through the second cycle, all right, come back purified, rested, and then it works out. So not necessarily that everybody will be cured, not necessarily. But so many have got cured, and it has worked. But that's not our main job is to give cures to people. No, it is to give realization to people. And as a byproduct, as you said, of course, if she gets realization, her deafness will go. Many people have cured their deafness. Not only deafness, but even bald-headed people have got hair. He had no hair on his head when he came to me. But I don't say. that after realization and before realization is so tremendous that it's better to take photographs before realization and see yourself come sometimes after realization. People see they have got their photographs before realization and throw them away. It is different. But the main thing is not curing, it's the self-realization. That's the thing. And age has no problem. Yesterday, I think in Birmingham, we gave realization to somebody who was a very, very old man. So age has no consideration, health has no consideration, nothing of the kind. Everyone can get it and should try to get it. Alright? So if you can get her, we'll work it out. But I don't promise it. Alright? May God bless you. Of course, self-realization I promise. That I promise. If you have patience with yourself as I have with you, you have to have patience. Any other question, please?
Yes. What is the problem?
I've been having chest problems.
He's had chest problems for the last 4 or 5 years. Is there any way in which you can help him?
Of course, that can be helped. Chest problem like breathing trouble or what? Breathing trouble. Is he an Indian?
Asthma.
Asthma. Are you an Indian?
Yes.
Indians, they take so much bath. They still think they are in India. Every day take bath in the morning and then go out, isn't it? That should not be done. This is England. We should take bath in the night. We should live like English people. Get great bathers. Indians are great bathers. You see, they must have a bath every day. Whether it is 0 degrees or minus 12 degrees, they must have bath. You see, it's a habit formation they have got. They don't feel all right without a bath. And that's how they develop. But in any case, we'll cure you, ask them, all right? It's not so difficult. But one should not take too much bath in England. I would suggest that if you want to take bath, take it in the night, as the English people do. It's a very treacherous climate. And if you take your bath and get out of your bath, you are definite to catch these troubles in the chest. Not only that, but arthritis and all these things come out of this. This is very indiscriminate in this country. The climate is such, you have to be careful. I mean, one should not postpone bathing forever. Because you see, when I say something, I must give the other extreme also. But we are great bathers, no doubt. You see, personal cleanliness is too much with Indians, too much. But general cleanliness, or you can say the collective cleanliness, is more here, you see. Like mowing the lawn and looking after the cleanliness of the roads and all, much better. I mean, we have to combine these things, is important. That can work out, all right? Asthma is not such a problem. What else?
In what way does it work out?
We have a center within us, which is the center of Sri Rama. On the right hand side, we call it the right heart. And if we can cure that center of yours, we'll be all right. All right?
Yes.
We'll work it out. We'll tell you how to do it.
How many thousands of years does the yoga date back from? And approximately in Indian culture, and approximately how many thousands of years?
How many thousands of years does the yoga date back from, she said?
Which yoga you mean? Yoga has been there. The spontaneous yoga has been there throughout. You see, what is spontaneous is living. And the living process has been there throughout. So, we cannot say when it started. We can say when it got separated. When God and His power separated, and God started watching the whole thing as a witness, the God Almighty, and His power started working it out. It created all the universes. It created our universe, out of which it created now human beings. And now it has to become one. Again, that creation has to know its creator. 1, 2, 3, 4. There have been always few people getting this connection. But today is the time for a mass evolution. So for a growth of life, you cannot give any time. You can't say when it started, how many years back. It has been on. But today is the blossom time, when many have to get the blessings of yoga. All right?
You mentioned the awakening of Kundalini, about that system, settled. For the ordinary lay person, it is very difficult that how it can be awakened.
What is it?
You spoke about Kundalini. For the ordinary person, it's very difficult to awaken.
Who told you that? It's not so. You see, it is these abnormal people, when they talk about Kundalini, they call it abnormal because they don't know how to do it. It's the easiest thing to do. It's the easiest thing to do if you are an awakened person. Even a child can do it. It's those people who say that Kundalini is very difficult are the people who have no idea of Kundalini at all. They are not masters. For a master, what is difficult? And even an ordinary can become a master. Then what is difficult? These are not masters. These are people absolutely naive, money makers, useless people. They write books without knowing anything about Kundalini. They are the misguiding people. It's the easiest thing to do. Just under your hand it will move, you will see it moving up, and you will see it pulsating on the head. It's not at all difficult. I told you it's the most vital thing that has to happen. And all that is vital has to be free and easy, sahaja. Why? In India we had Nanaka who said, sahaja samadhi lao. Sahaja samadhi lao. Nobody said it is difficult. Kabira never said it. He said, Pacho, pachiso, pakada, bulau, ek hi dora bandhau. I'll get 25 people together and put them onto one thread. Those who had the authority always talk like that. Nobody said it is difficult. It's only these people who do not know the job, who have no authority, talk like that. Don't believe that. It's the easiest thing to do. You will see yourself. But supposing it is easiest, then why should we deny it? Supposing I have got the diamond for free, won't you see it? Won't you have it? Or are we going to feel, oh, it's very difficult, how can I do it? When I am saying it is easy, you don't have to pay for it. Alright?
But how do you think that?
What's it?
Without the purification of the body and without the purification of the mind, it can work,
No, that's correct. Sit down. Sit down. Alright, please sit down. I'll tell you. That's the method people try. It doesn't work out that. Say your car is something wrong with your car. Alright? Now, can you clean it from out sitting inside it? Can you put it right? You have to get out of it. So first the Kundalini rising has to be done. You see, people have confused it. Even in Hatha Yoga, where there are Ashtangas. First thing is Ishvara Pranidhana, first establishment of God. First you are to be connected with God. Even in Christianity you are to be baptized first. Of course it's an artificial one, forget it, but you are to be baptized. Even as a Hindu you are to be Christian in a way, what you call a Yajnopavita is done at the age of 8 years. That's what realization is. Or Muhammad Sahib and all these people use Sunta, that's the same thing. So the first thing is to get your realization in. It doesn't mean that you become a master. But awakening of the Kundalini, and then with the growth of the Kundalini you become a master. This was the real process, but they have put it upside down. How can you cleanse yourself? Unless and until you get out of it. Supposing my sari is spoiled, I have to take out my sari and clean it, isn't it? And that's why it is difficult. That is it. It's a confusion they have created. And don't believe in all these stories. If you try to suppress your ego, it will sit on your head. Never it will run out. If you try to suppress your superego, it will never help. But here automatically it happens, and how it happens I'll tell you tomorrow. By awakening these deities within yourself, these things are sucked in. Kundalini awakens and does. Last of all, if you want me to confess, there's something special about me that I can do it. Must be something. If you don't crucify me, I'll say that much, not more. You better find out. Otherwise, first thing you will do is to crucify me. I don't want it anymore. All right?
Thank you.
May God bless you. Yes, my child.
Mother, how can we help ourselves and help each other to open out our hearts and become more connected?
It's not any surgery needed for that. In Sahaja Yoga we have techniques, divine techniques by which we open our heart. The confusion is on another line also, and this confusion has led us into problem. You see, the confusion is about how our relationships should be to ourselves, to others, and to the society. There's a big confusion that started long time back. When the Smritis were written, or we can say when the religion was practiced, it was just the other way around. We started with everything. And that's how we have lost that capacity. The attitude towards ourselves should be that we should try to perfect ourselves. It's absolutely tyrannical attitude. I mean, when I try to perfect Sahaja Yoga, I'm tyrannical towards myself. The amount of work I take out of this body, the amount of exertions I can put in out of this body, the stretching of my complete patience to a great extent, I work it out. I mean, normally, people get just clenched up, oh mother, this is too much, we can't bear. You've seen it yourself. But you have to be really tyrannical to perfect yourself. That should be the way we should work it out, towards ourselves. And towards others, it should be an ideal relationship. Like, now you have a brother, he's your brother. It should be ideal. If he's your father, he should be an ideal. But such a confusion, the more enlightened so-called you become, the more elevated you become. The confusion is, who is your sister? Who is your mother? Who is your father? Then the relationship between the Sahajogis also becomes confused. You are Sahajogis, you are all prophets. You must respect each other. You are all prophets. You speak the same language. You have to love each other. It's not rational, it has to happen to you. Because the relationship has to be established. That relationship, that ideal relationship. So many people now, you have known that, get angry with me whether you are too patient with the surgeries. But they are my children. I have to perfect myself. And my relationship with them should be ideal. I have to go to a great extent for cleaning them so that they come. So relationship with others should be ideal. Are you an ideal father? Are you an ideal mother? Are you an ideal sister and a brother? Are you an ideal citizen towards others? But the society has to be pragmatic. The society has to work it out pragmatically. And the pragmatic working out comes by changing. Supposing today, I would say that for India, we don't need vegetarianism. For England, we need vegetarianism. It's all pragmatic. The society has to be pragmatic. Here we are pragmatic about ourselves. Not about the society. We are pragmatic about ourselves. Everything works out. What's wrong? A woman who has children will run away with another man. What's wrong? Or a woman who has children can sell the country for the sake of her children. What's wrong? So this confusion within us creates this problem, and that's how we do not know how to open out ourselves. If we could get rid of our confusions, it could be alright. It can be done through surgery. All these confusions have been created by half-baked people, I will say. There's nothing wrong with the incarnations, with the prophets, nothing wrong with it. They are perfect people. What is wrong with us? Our attitude. And if we can discriminately use our attitude towards ourselves, towards others, and towards the society, then we will work. It's going to be beautiful. Because of this confusion, our heart is closed. We are frightened of others. What is there to be frightened? Relationship is ideal. What can they do? Your relationship, as far as they are concerned, your relationship, your heart is ideal. Whatever they do is not the point. Whatever I do for them has to be ideal. I have to go on loving them. I have to go on admiring them, encouraging them, sustaining them, and giving them what I have to do as my relationship has to be. Say, for example, a source of water that is under the Mother Earth. Does it think what kind of a tree it is? What sort of things it is doing? It just gives its source, its water. In the same way. Because you are the source. So the relationship has to be ideal. These confusions have worked out, and rationally we have accepted all these confusions. And this has led us into this kind of a trap that our hearts are closed.